When you're not with your dog, you find yourself thinking about them all the time. Don't worry, I can't read minds, so your secrets are safe. I simply understand this because I feel the same way. But the main question that haunts us all is, do they miss us as much as we miss them? How often do they think about us? Are they as obsessed with us as we are with them, or do they forget us as soon as we're out of sight? Does your dog think about you when you're not home? This is where things start to feel a bit like a Christopher Nolan film. As we delve into how dogs perceive time, to truly understand if dogs miss us when we leave, we need to determine if they comprehend that we will return in the future. While we ponder this, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exploration. It may sound peculiar, but here's the truth. Dogs perceive time very differently from us. We break it down into seconds, minutes, and hours. Imagine how differently you might experience the passage of time if you had no concept of what a second or an hour was. This is precisely the reality in which dogs exist. So, without a clear structure of time, how do they sense it? It's truly mind-boggling. We all know that dogs have an extraordinary sense of smell. They can detect virtually anything, including the passage of time. Dogs can literally sniff out what time it is. They're remarkably attuned to routines. If you feed them at the same time every day, they understand. If you leave and return home at consistent times, they remember. Although they do not have wristwatches hidden in their fur, they instinctively know when it's time for a meal or when you're about to walk through the door. How do they do it? Your home carries different scents at various times of day. While you might not notice these changes with your human nose, for a dog, everything is a tapestry of odors, guiding them to understand what is happening and when. They are aware of the regular occurrences linked to specific scents in the home. If you leave and return around the same time each day, they are keenly aware of the schedule, thanks to their remarkable sense of smell. Now, to the important question. Does your dog miss you when you're not around? Judging by how often they wait for us at the door, it seems likely. And don't worry, science backs this up. Research indicates that when dogs see their owners again, especially after a prolonged absence, they experience immense joy. The longer the separation, the stronger the reaction becomes. But this begs the question, how long can a separation last before they forget us? Don't worry, we'll come back to this. All these intense emotions reveal one thing. They undoubtedly miss us, but if they can miss us when we're gone, what exactly goes on in their minds during those times? For some dogs, life continues at a leisurely pace. They nap, chew on toys, gaze out the window, or lounge on the floor. Then, when they catch a familiar scent in the air, it smells like my beloved person, they eagerly rush to greet you at the door. However, for other dogs, separation is a more serious ordeal. Dogs with separation anxiety may pace nervously, whine, scratch at doors, or howl to the extent that concerned neighbors come by to check on them. In the worst cases, they resort to destructive behavior, tearing up cushions and upholstery. Is it sad? Yes, but it also confirms that they genuinely care. Studies show that separation anxiety is more common in dogs with especially strong emotional attachments to their owners. So no matter how challenging it may be, it signifies that you've done something right. You've become true family to your dog. But how long does this longing last? We all know that if we leave in the morning and return in the evening, the dog remembers us. If we go on a week-long vacation and leave it with a sitter, it still remembers us and greets us with overwhelmed joy. But what if we leave the dog with friends for 6 months and move to New Zealand? What if we go on a work assignment for 2 years and leave it with our parents? Or 3 years? Or even 10? Which will prove stronger? Love or memory? The memory of dogs operates in a unique manner. Unlike humans, they do not possess what we call episodic memory, meaning they do not recall events based on date or time. Instead, their memory is associative, deeply connected to people, places, emotions, and scents. If you have a heart, you've surely seen videos of dogs reuniting with their owners after many years. And naturally, you've observed how they instantly recognize their humans. This is because a dog's memory is intricately tied to feelings and smells. Just a few breaths and warm memories of a joyful life which you resurface in the dog's mind. So yes, a dog will remember you as long as your scent remains unchanged. No matter how strong your deodorant, your unique scent is indelible. Hopefully, it is a pleasant one. Therefore, you might disappear from your dog's life for 10 years, and it will still miss you and recognize you instantly. Even if you've lost weight or changed your hairstyle, your scent will tell your dog everything it needs to know. However, this does not imply that leaving your dog for an extended period is easy. When you find yourself needing to part from your dog for an extended period, there are certain pitfalls to avoid. Ironically, treating the separation as a major event is not advisable. Many owners indulge their dogs with affection right before leaving, but this can actually heighten stress. The stark contrast between the shower of love and the abrupt disappearance makes the separation even more painful. Instead, it's best to leave and return calmly, as if nothing remarkable is happening. The key principle is that dogs thrive on fun and excitement. When they become bored, anxiety or destructive behavior might follow. Therefore, providing any form of entertainment, whether it be toys, puzzles, squeaky items, or music, is a wise choice during your absence. If you wish to ease your dog's experience of separation, avoid punishing her for any messes made while you are away. Coming home to find a torn cushion should not lead to shouting. She won't understand the reason for your anger. Punishment only exacerbates anxiety. To a dog, it seems that each time you return, you come back upset. Instead, maintain calmness and focus on prevention and positive reinforcement training. Over time, these issues will likely diminish on their own, and you'll return to a home where all is intact. If your dog loves you so dearly that she struggles with separation, it is your role to help her feel secure. Dogs have a deep affection for predictability. They thrive on knowing what will happen and when. Thus, if your schedule shifts slightly and you return later than usual, it is seen as an exception rather than a cause for alarm. However, a chaotic schedule can make it difficult for a dog to relax and find its zen. If you plan to leave your dog with a sitter for an extended period, choose someone who can maintain its regular routine. Remember, part of a dog's love for you is connected to your scent. Leaving an item with your scent, like an old t-shirt, can provide comfort and reassurance. Modern pet cameras are becoming increasingly sophisticated, with some offering two-way communication. If you wish to let your dog hear your voice, it is entirely feasible, and it might even ease your mind as well. So, coming back to the question, does your dog think about you when you're not home? The answer is yes, sometimes more than one might imagine. Therefore, it is essential to show her that you care in your own way. However, you might want to reconsider frequent head patting. As research suggests, dogs may not be fond of it. Subscribe to the channel and watch the next video, where you'll discover even more fascinating insights into canine behavior.